Alrighty then, here we go. Hey guys, FDV, and well, I have a guest here today. This is Cold Stone Stevenson.
I'm black, yo, and I'm black, and I'm black, and I'm black, yo.
I'm black, yo, and I'm black, and I'm black, and I'm black, yo.
This is actually my friend Jarrett. Yeah. You might have seen him in one of my Rob and Bob quickies. He plays Cold Stone Stevenson in the movie we're working on, which is a parody of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hold on a second, let me see if this angle is good or, like, it looked like it was tilted. I don't know. I don't care. It's more, I haven't done a review in a while. This is more of a blog, because we're just going to talk about the movie. We saw Deadpool.
You're probably thinking, this was a superhero movie, but that guy in the suit just turned that other guy into a fucking kebab. Surprise! This is a different kind of superhero story. To tell it right, we gotta take you back before I squeeze this ass into spandex.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was really good. So we're probably just going to talk about what we like, so spoiler alert if we talk about it.
I like to talk about Stan Lee cameo.
Oh, the best Stan Lee cameo ever. So, this movie's been in the works for a while now, after X-Men Origins Wolverine, which fucked up that character so bad. My dog's barking.
Shut up.
Okay then. Did you see X-Men Origins Wolverine?
No, I didn't see it.
You know, I did a crappy review of the video game, which the video game is much better than the movie. And I remember I was looking over it. I said that, like, I don't think it's as bad as everyone says it is, but it's definitely not good. But Hugh Jackman does give it his all, so that's why. Like, Hugh Jackman pretty much makes the movie. And I liked Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool at the beginning before they sewed his mouth shut. He really was, like, the best person to pick for the role. I hear a lot of people say this, and I agree. Like, you know how people look at Robert Downey Jr. and they're just like, you know, he was pretty much born to be Tony Stark, right?
Yeah, yes, he was.
Same thing with Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. It's like, you really couldn't have picked anybody else. He was just... It's not him playing a role. It's him. It's just him.
Yeah, him basically being him the entire movie until they say cut.
Yeah, pretty much. And for the first time, like, they did characters right. Not the first time. I feel like some of the X-Men were done right, but I haven't watched X-Men 3 in a while, but I completely forgot how much they fucked up Colossus.
They did? How much?
He was nothing like Colossus. The Colossus in here is fucking amazing. He's pretty much Colossus straight out of the comic books. The thing about Colossus is that he's the gentle giant. So, you know, he's huge. He's the X-Men's tank, but he cares about how you feel. Yeah. He has a nice, gentlemanly Russian accent. And then Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Superhero Crush of the Year, by the way.
What the shit? That is an awesome name.
It is the best name. It sounds like it should be the name of some, like, fucking
some Xbox user.
It would be like XX Negasonic Teenage Warhead XX.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it should have been the name of like some weird like punk band, but just that eyebrow raise that you see in the trailer, it's like, oh, yep, Superhero Crush of the Year. I'm lonely.
We can't allow this, Deadpool.
I don't have time for your X-Men bullshit, Colossus.
Besides, nobody's getting hurt.
That guy was up there before we got here.
But she did really good. Like, the actress herself, one, she hasn't been in a lot of things, so I liked how they, picked an unknown. I want to see her be put in, like, a Star Wars spin-off movie. I feel like she'd be good for that. Mm-hmm. She's probably not going to be in Rogue One, but she looks like a smuggler-type character.
Yeah.
Be cool to see. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, a.k.a. Ripley from Alien 3.
Oh my God.
I got that one. That's... I'm not going to say, like, they did the backstory perfectly, because in a comic book movie, I don't expect the movie to do the comic, like, perfectly well. You got to change some things. But the character, I'd say the character, minus, like, taking away a few of his powers, was done perfectly.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's Tony Stark and Iron Man, but you really don't... And Hugh Jackman as Wolverine really was, like, born to play that role, which is weird because they're like, we're going to grab an Australian Broadway singer to play Wolverine, but it worked. You rarely see that. I've still yet to see somebody who was like the perfect Spider-Man or the perfect Batman. Mm-hmm. Well, Kevin Conroy from the animated series was kind of the perfect Batman, but I met him once. That was cool. But we're not here to talk about Batman. We're here to talk about Deadpool.
Getting off topic.
Yeah. Well, you talk about it for a while. I'm stealing the show here.
Well, I don't know. I really like Ryan Reynolds was just awesome with the amount of puns that they had in that movie was just great. How no matter what, he always had a joke in his mind.
Yeah, breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, he broke the fourth wall.
He broke the 16th wall.
About to say that. It's like,
wow, a fourth
wow.
wall break within a fourth wall break. We didn't stay till after the credits, but I saw on YouTube there is an after credit sequence where they redo I got my wish. All right, because I said if I was to make a Deadpool movie, I'd want to recreate the opening to Ferris Bueller's Day Off, because Ferris Bueller always broke the fourth wall. This is where I talk about spoilers. At the end of the credits, have you ever watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
yeah.
So at the end of the credits where he pops up, he's like, "You're still here?
Yes.
The movie's over." He does
Go
that.
home.
He does that, but then he reveals that in the next movie. So there's going to be a Deadpool 2, apparently. And that they're going to have Cable in it. Which I figured they put Colossus in it as, the Cable type. But, yeah, and then he said, we don't know who's going to play Cable yet. Maybe Keira Knightley. She's got a lot of range. Who do you think... You know who Cable is, right?
Who the fuck is that? He just ran out of time. Who the fuck is that? He likes to fight crime. Who the fuck is that? He ain't got a clue. Who the fuck is that? But he ain't a fool. He's fucking Cable.
Yeah.
He also said probably Dolph Lundgren, which I could see Dolph Lundgren being Ivan Drago as what's it called? Cable. I'd be down for that. Imagine if it was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hey, Deadpool.
Deadpool night.
Get out of here.
Deadpool chopper.
On.
I could see Tom Hardy, the guy who played Bane.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him being Cable. I made a fake trailer on a Deadpool before I knew the movie was I knew the movie was being made, but I'm I don't know. So I made a fake trailer just because I was bored, and I put my personal cast, and it was Cable, and I said Tom Hardy. That video, now that the movie's out, is my most viewed video. It has mostly thumbs down, but I don't care.
Oh.
It's because it was a cheaply made vid, but I had fun making it. I also finished playing the Deadpool game yesterday. I almost rage quit all those fucking Mr. Sinisters.
Was it fun to play?
It was a fun game. I feel like it's not a great game, but it's the character was done perfectly. I used to think Nolan North was the best Deadpool, because I didn't know how much Ryan Reynolds could actually pull it off. Now I'm so used to Ryan Reynolds' voice coming out of there that when I play with Nolan North, I'm he's still great, but it's Ryan Reynolds just nailed it. I like
our supervillain Francis.
Francis, yeah. Francis Ajax. I like that name for some reason. I don't know why.
He's so serious in every single thing. He just matches Deadpool's
He's
the wall.
he's the perfect yin to Deadpool's yang.
Yeah.
I kind of want to talk about because I love this movie, but it's there are negatives to it, and I think the villain was one of the negatives for me. It's we didn't really know him that well, and he was just sort of bland to me. But
yeah.
I feel going up against Deadpool, it was all right. He had enough for Deadpool to work off of. So
yeah. It would be nice if we got a little more backstory.
Yeah.
How he became this, how he met his sidekick, how he created this whole mutant system.
Yeah, then the sidekick was a little overpowered too, but kicking fucking Colossus in the junk.
Colossus saw her boob was out.
Yeah, he's whoa. A little nip slip. I can't do a Russian accent.
A little nip slip.
Yeah. What was I thinking of? I get the feeling they did that on purpose, though. They tried to make Ajax the bland British bad guy, because let's talk about the opening credits to this. These were some of the best opening credits I've ever seen in a movie. Instead of, like, it's pretty much what the audience always sees, like, every action movie they go to. This is pretty much what they're thinking. They show it. Instead of saying, like, starring Ryan Reynolds and, you know, fucking this guy, it's, like, starring some overpaid douchebag, a hot chick, a British bad guy, a CGI character, written by the only heroes here. A gratuitous cameo, which, again, best Stan Lee cameo ever. He's the DJ at a fucking strip club. Titties everywhere. People make this out like it's the first, like, rated R Marvel movie. I think it is. But, I could have sworn Daredevil was rated R. Maybe the director's cut was. I'm so used to watching the director's cut of Daredevil because I feel like it makes the movie much better.
Yeah.
Daredevil wasn't really that great of a movie, but the director's cut, you could tell, like, there was effort put into it. But we're not talking about Daredevil. This is a good movie. Where was I going? It's a good movie for Deadpool fans, practically made by Deadpool fans. It pretty much is based on the leaked footage that Ryan Reynolds may or may not have leaked. Half of the scenes are pretty much that. That's another negative I have with the movie, is that you get the whole backstory and stuff like that. It's kind of a half negative, half positive, because it just leaves you wanting more.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they went with the rated R, because when I first heard that the Deadpool movie was going to be PG-13,
no.
I was like, you can't, like, maybe, but no. And then there was the petition to get, like, the movie cut into a PG-13 rating for the kids.
Dude, Deadpool is not for kids.
Well, here's my argument. One, you can't cut the movie down to an R. We've seen this movie. There's nothing you could... If you cut it down to a PG-13, you miss things. It's not going to work, and I'm glad they did that. They made it physically uncuttable into a PG-13. But also, and a lot of critics have been saying this, and I agree with them, kids have the internet.
Yeah.
Why are we trying to protect them from movies? They've seen it all already.
Yeah.
Like, there were probably kids in the theater we saw it in. In a lot of reviews, like, people were saying, like, 8-year-old kids were in the movie theater. Like, they may not get all the jokes, but, I mean, I wouldn't say 8-year-olds, but we were talking about, like, me and my mom were talking about my 12-year-old cousin. And I'm like, you know what? At this point, he's probably seen it all. He's probably heard, like, God forbid he hears the word fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck the...
Lord knows he'll hear it 1,000 times.
Fuck the kids. That's why I have to say, fuck the kids.
Fuck the children.
Welcome. Lord knows they'll hear it 1,000 times in a lifetime. So
exactly. They're already... With the internet, you're already exposed to it. And either way, they're going to find a way to, like, download it off the internet anyway. So it doesn't matter. Just let them see it. Let us have our fun. This was a big risk with Fox. And the movie was kind of low budget, which I feel... strengthened it a bit. I love low budget stuff because you could tell, like, it's real, and I feel like some of the CGI was, like, kind of like, it wasn't the greatest, but I feel like it added to, like, the cartoony violence of it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we finally, like, I've been waiting for so long to see an X-Men movie where Wolverine finally gets in, like, the yellow costume, which there's a deleted scene at the end of the Hugh Jackman Wolverine movie where, like, he opens up a case and the costume's in there. I feel like at this point, now that we've shown that we could, like, keep Deadpool in, like, his costume with the white eyes, because, you know, when you see, like, a Batman movie, he doesn't have the white eyes because it's like, how can you do that? Now, you could do that.
Yeah.
Like, the eyes are very... Even though it makes no sense, because he's inside a mask, I don't know how the eyes are getting bigger and smaller, but it works, and it adds to the comedy when, like, he realizes that, like, Ajax escapes, and he's like, and his eyes get all big. Like, it's great. You brought the character to the screen perfectly. And you could tell, like, even if, like, it's CGI, or you can clearly tell that it's not a stunt double under the mask. You could totally believe that that is Ryan Reynolds under there.
Yeah.
He just played it so perfectly. And that's the thing. We talk about spoilers. Really, the only thing that's technically a spoiler is the end credit thing, because the story, for once, we haven't had a superhero movie like this in a while where the story's just simple. Like, we don't want to, like, save the day or save the city. Just fucking find the guy who fucked up my face, make him fix it, fucking shoot him, get laid, eat chimichangas.
I like that like half of his ambition to go get him because he fucked up his image, and now he looks totally unfuckable.
Yeah.
He looks unfuckable.
Whatever they did to me made me totally indestructible and completely
No.
unfuckable.
You look like the inside of other people's assholes.
He wants to fix his face. It's so good. And now he steals his girl like almost a lot of superhero movies. Do you took my girl, now I had to fight you.
Yeah.
I like how that's only half of the reason he wants to go get him.
Yeah, and I always like that tagline in the trailer, like, great power comes great irresponsibility. It's like, for once, that's why I'm liking Marvel over DC, is that they know when to take a chill pill. They know when to just have fun. That's why I'm excited for Suicide Squad, because they look like they're going to actually have, like, fun with it and not just be... Like, Superman, I can't believe I used to like Man of Steel. I still have the review up back when I first saw it. I was still, like, going through people. I'm like, hey, guys, this is probably the best one since fucking, like, this, like, fuck Superman Returns. Okay. Guys. Yeah, guys. Guys, you gotta check this movie out. Fuck the other movie. I can't watch it anymore. Because I was a fucking idiot. That movie's terrible. Get